Shanti, welcome to Avyakti Parivar. From today, we will be starting our new series, the month of May. The theme for this month is Now Do Service with your elevated state of the mind and your subtle attitude. And today we'll be listening to the first topic. And now let's listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. For a few moments, for some time, we haven't been reading about or discussing about Avyakt signals in Hindi. And from the month of May, we are restarting discussion of the Avyakt signal in Hindi. Service is a very big subject. And every Baba's child have thoughts of service. There are different types of the service. One is to serve through the mind, through our thoughts, through our attitude, through our vision, service happening at the level of our body and through our wealth, through our words, through our mind, and through our deeds. And these days, you might have observed you've observed that of recent, there's a lot of service happening through words, whether it's lectures, courses, and you might have also heard, especially in Bharat and also in the entire world, there are a lot of motivational stories. They share very beautifully, very nicely they share. And people they like it. In the same way, we also share godly knowledge. And many times, to make it easy and palatable for them to understand, we do share stories, we do show examples, and it does influence at the level of the intellect. They do also want to imbibe and inculcate, and they also do pay attention towards that. But because there isn't power, there's no Shakti. And many times, Baba says, Baba always says, do combined service at the level of the mind, through words, and also through deeds. Even as you're doing your karma, your deeds, have a very nice attitude. Even in the same way, even when you're speaking, let the attitude be so nice. You might have heard of many examples in your own life. You might have many examples of that. Many times in the beginning, many government officers would come to meet Baba to inquire. Most of the time, we would meet them, but they would say, we want to meet your Baba. And our Baba would say, but okay, child, 5 minutes, I will come. What would Baba do in 5 minutes? He would go to his room, and what would he do? He would very, very powerful. He would stabilize himself in a very powerful soul conscious attitude and vision. And when he would come, he would say, no matter, irrespective of the age who was present, he would keep saying, child, child, and he would talk to them with a lot of love. And who would address any officer as a child? No, when anybody would see an officer, many people would usually start to have question. Oh, what would they ask? Oh, hope this doesn't happen. Hope that doesn't happen. These kind of thoughts would normally emerge in anybody. But Baba would say, yes, child, and he would start a conversation. And they would ask, Baba, there's so much of expense that's happening. This is at that time, and now there is so much of expansion. So they ask, and Baba would say, oh, I have a lot of children, and all of my children together. You know, this is a family, this is a yagya, this is a sacrificial fire, and they all together take care of this. All the expenses are taken care by them. Those days, and to an extent, even this, everybody would have their own vision from different kind of currencies these days. From India, it would go, from America, it go to India. Those days, right? And even, and they would think, oh, maybe they might be getting funds like that. And those days, we didn't have any centers in foreign lands. And Baba would say, where would the children get funds from? And they would say, people don't earn this much. So how are they getting the money? How are the children getting the money? So Baba would say, first and foremost, when they would come, their life gets transformed. There is purity in their food habits. So they don't go to hotels. Their vision, their attitude have changed. So they don't go to any cinema theaters. They don't go to parties nor host any parties. So these are all the savings, the money which was used in waste. Baba uses that, they use that in seva. And they have this bhavna, the feeling, to put it in Baba's box, and it's used in a worthwhile way. So even if it's an ordinary person, they would put 10 rupees, and those days, 10 rupees, you would get something. But if there are souls who are earning well, for example, a barrister came. He had a lot of habit to drink. He had a habit of drinking. And when he transformed, he came he came to see the Abu Museum, and he transformed completely. And then he said, oh, thousands of rupees of mine is going to get saved, Baba. Can I open a center? And Baba said, why not? Sure, open a center. So Baba gave them a lot of example, which was reality, which was true. And they were very influenced by that. And what the money we need is also pure money. This is the only bhavna, and whatever money was going for waste should be used in a worthwhile way. From the very beginning, Baba had these kinds of rules or disciplines. So Baba prepared himself in his mind to have that elevated thought. If not, in a very subtle way, the thoughts can come. Oh, the officer has come. Don't know what he might have, what he might ask. Hope he will give our report okay. No matter, I'm not sure how he will say. So one after the other, the thoughts can keep emerging. Baba didn't have any of these kinds of thoughts. These are souls who have come. Okay, let me go share these children. Let them also get the recognition, the introduction. Service from the very beginning, and especially at the present time, in the field of service, what should we have? We should have elevated
और
thoughts.
शेष संकल्पों से बनती है
And with the
दृढ़
beans of
संकल्प।
elevated thoughts, what gets created is our attitude.
एक जो परिस्थिति है सामने बात आई है
One
उसके
is a
प्रभाव होते
situation
हैं
which has come in front of us, not to create thoughts based on the
लेकिन वो
situation which is
आध्यात्मिक
in front of that.
कल्याण की भावना से
Rather, have
उस
beneficial thoughts
परिचय में
towards those souls who
वो
have
भी
come.
सहयोगी बन
May
जाए
they also get introduction of
ऐसा
Baba. May they
संकल्प
also
लेकर
become cooperative.
चलते
Have
हैं
elevated thoughts at that.
तो उसकी जो
And
वृत्ति
when we
होती है
create those kinds of thoughts,
वो
the
वृत्ति से बनता है
attitude that gets
वातावरण
created, and based on the
और
attitude,
वातावरण
atmosphere is
जीवन में
created.
बहुत
And
प्रभाव
the
डालता है
atmosphere has a great impact on our
जो
mind
रूहानी
and our
स्नेह
intellect. The spiritual love,
रूहानियत का जब
especially
अनुभव
of
होता है तो उस
the
समय
experience of
जो
spirituality,
मन के प्रश्न होते हैं उन सबका उत्तर स्वीकार हो जाता है अपनी आत्मिक स्थिति में रहकर
and when you stabilize yourself in your soul
फिर
conscious
सेवा करो
stage, and then
मन
come into
करता है
service, and then do
जो कुछ
service through your
चाहते हो
mind,
उनको
whatever
भी
you
समझ में
want.
और अनुभव हो
Let them also
और उन्हें
experience and
कर सके
understand, and they should also be
ऐसे
able to
संकल्प
imbibe,
लेके अपने
have
जीवन में
such elevated
समझाना
thoughts,
शुरू करो
and then start explaining.
जो संकल्प का वाइब्रेशन है
The vibration of our
एक
thoughts,
तरफ आप कहीं भी चमेली का फूल रख दो
anywhere, if you
या कहीं
keep a
गुलाब के फूल को रख
jasmine
दो
flower or even real
आप
original rose
संकल्प करना है
flowers, and then
कभी
if you
नहीं कर
think
सकते
no one should have the
खुशबू
fragrance of
खुद
that,
आती है
it's not possible.
तो
The fragrance
आध्यात्मिक
will come
वृत्ति होती है
automatically. So the attitude, the internal attitude,
मुझे बहुत सारे अनुभव हैं
is important to pay attention to. I have many, many
जब
experiences.
न्यूयॉर्क में हम पहली बार आए
The first time when we came
जगह
to New
ढूंढ रहे थे
York
कोई
and we were
ऐसी
searching
जगह
for
जहाँ
a space
थोड़ा शुरू करें
so that we can start service over there.
तो देखते थे इंडिया अब्रॉड न्यूज़पेपर निकलता है
And there's a newspaper, India
कुछ अच्छे
Abroad.
अपार्टमेंट्स
And we would
दिखाए
search, let's see a
तो
advertisement for
अच्छा
looking for an
लगा हम
apartment. We liked
चलो
one.
उसके पास जाते हैं
So let's go and meet that person.
तो उसने कहा बैठो
That person
हमने
said, sit.
बताया हमको चाहिए स्थान
And I said, we need a space
तो
for
कहा
rent.
स्थान तो बाद में दूंगा ही
He said, I will give
पहले
you a
आप ये
space,
बताओ कि
but first tell
आपके
me
पास कुछ विशेष है वो क्या है
what there is
तो हम
something
तो
special
बताना नहीं
in
चाहते
you.
थे
What
लोग
share
बताना
that?
चाहते थे इसलिए
We didn't want to
हम
reveal. We wanted
नहीं
to
गए
stay incognito. If
तो
we
उन्होंने
reveal,
बताया
they will
बताई
not
दिया
say,
तो
they
उन्होंने
would
कहा
not give us an
इसमें
apartment.
कोई
But
विवेक नहीं है
instantly he said, you have
एक
some
काम
kind
करो
of wisdom.
पहले वो शेयर करो फिर
Share
मैं
that first.
स्थान
Then I will give you a space.
छुपा तो नहीं सकते हैं ना
And we couldn't hide. We can't hide such things.
कपड़ों की भी बात नहीं थी
It's not even the matter of our
वाइब्रेशन की
clothes,
थी
it's the matter of our
एकदम से
vibrations.
जैसे कोई भी सहयोग होता था चाहिए
And whatever
तो कहते थे
cooperation we
अच्छा
needed, it's not
लेकिन
that
मुझे
we
और थोड़ी सी
wanted.
आवश्यकता है
We would think what is
तो
needed for service.
वो
And we would have
वाइब्रेशंस
the
पहुंच
thought,
जाती हैं
those vibrations would
तो अभी
reach them.
हमको एक नए तरह का सब्जेक्ट मिला है
And now we have
जिसका
received a
अभ्यास
new
करना है
subject which we need to
कि
practice
अपनी श्रेष्ठ मनसा के द्वारा
through
सेवा
our
जो
elevated state
सेवाभाव
of
है
mind and our subtle attitude to do
सेवा
service.
का सबसे बड़ा साधन है वृत्ति द्वारा
The
वाइब्रेशन
easiest
बनाना
method of all to do
और
service is to create
वाइब्रेशन से
vibrations through your
वायुमंडल बनाना
attitude
जैसे
and to
साइंस
create
का
the atmosphere through
रॉकेट
vibrations.
होती है
Just as through science,
बहुत
a
फास्ट
rocket
चलती
can
है
go fast,
वैसे आपकी रूहानियत
so too your vision
सद्भावना
and
शुभकामना
attitude of spiritual feelings
की
and good
वृत्ति और
wishes
दृष्टि
can transform the
को
world.
बदल देती है
While staying in one
एक
place,
स्थान पर
you
बैठे
can
हुए भी
serve with your
आप
attitude.
वृत्ति के द्वारा सेवा कर सकते हो तो ऐसा अनुभव ये बुद्धि में रखते हुए
To
हमें
have this in your
करना है ये
intellect,
इस
and
बाणी
we need
का
to do. This is our homework. This is our practice for this month. Om Shanti.
ये अव्यक्त इशारे अब
Avyakt
अपनी
signal.
श्रेष्ठ मनसा द्वारा
Now do service with your elevated state of the mind and your subtle
शुभ
attitude.
भावना शुभ कामना
The
के
easiest method of all
सेवा का
to do
सबसे
service
सहज साधन है वृत्ति द्वारा
is to
वाइब्रेशन पैदा
create
करना
vibrations through your
और
attitude
वाइब्रेशन द्वारा
and to
वायु
create
का
the
संचार
atmosphere through
जैसे
vibrations.
साइंस की रॉकेट
Just
फास्ट
as
जाती है
through science a
वैसे
rocket can
आपकी
go
बुद्धि
fast,
में शुभ
so
भावना
too
शुभ
your vision
कामना
and attitude of spiritual
प्रेम
feelings
और
and
स्वीकृति को
good
जन्म
wishes
देती
can
हैं
transform the
एक
world.
स्थान पर
While
बैठे
staying
आप
in one
भक्ति का
place,
रस
you can
महसूस कर
serve
सकते
with
हो
your attitude.